And hey, cutscene.
That was faster than I'd anticipated. I had every confidence you'd make it back alive.
Well, it took a few tries against those bosses, but yeah.
And with the statue, no less. I must admit, I'm impressed.
What, did you hear the fanfare from here?
Now, hand them over. Both of them. Don't play dumb with me either. I know you're the one who defeated that creature in the quarry.
Chester, don't!
Elena? Dogi? You shouldn't be here. Why have you come?
Sister Nell told us that Adol had come here to look for Father Pierre. Dogi had just returned and was going to follow him, so I came too.
Yeah, how does it feel to do the escort mission, Dogi?
No end of trouble, I swear. Freezing my ass off climbing the Elder Mountains, with monsters all around me and no equipment worth a damn.
Well, you're not the one. You're the one who went there without buying anything!
So I go back to town to regroup and try again. And what do I hear? The mayor's been hurt, and Adol's off at the ruins. And Chester, you've been missing for 6 months? What the hell, man?
Chester, I don't mind that you've become one of Count McGuire's knights. No matter what people say you've done, you're still my brother. If you're truly following your heart, I would never stand in your way. But why? Why are you doing this? Why would you kidnap a priest? Or try to hurt Adol? And how come you never contacted me, even just to let me know you were still alive?
Are you done? I left town because I found the menial existence offered me there to be utterly repugnant. I wasn't thrilled at the prospect of babysitting you for the rest of my life either, Elena.
What?
I thought that if I became one of McGuire's knights, I could move up in the world and make something of myself, as opposed to living a peasant's existence in some backwater town, biding my time until I die of boredom. It was all dragging me down, Elena. Living life in a place where nothing matters is the height of tedium. Not just one element of it either, but every part of every day. You, the town, my past, everything, all meaningless.
What are you saying?
Chester, you son of a bitch! What the hell is wrong with you?
I could ask the same thing. You have no right to feel indignant, Dogi. I simply chose the same path in life as you. Or have you conveniently forgotten that you abandoned Redmont on a whim 8 years ago? None of us are children anymore. Keep your statues for now. I'm sure they'll be safest in your care. As I said, I became one of Count McGuire's knights to rid myself of my past. That includes you, Dogi. You are no longer a part of my life. I suggest you forget about me and move along. Get in my way and you'll be very, very sorry.
I still can't believe what happened at the ruins. I mean, what can Chester possibly be thinking?
Mayor, I hate to say this, but we have larger concerns at the moment. The closure of the quarry is bad enough, but to threaten a priest on top of it all. Chester's a factor, yes, but I think our first priority should be Maguire. He is indisputably the root of our problems.
Yes, you're right, of course. Bishop Nicholas, do you have any inkling as to what Count Maguire may be after?
I'm afraid not. But then, he's never been one to talk openly about his affairs. His wife and their 2 children attend morning mass without him always. I do find it hard to believe, though, that he'd try and claim authority beyond that of the church.
What would you suggest we do about Father Pierre, then?
As head of the Felghana diocese, it is my duty to oversee the well-being of all members of the clergy. When I return to the castle, I intend to have a talk with the Count. Fear not, I should be able to secure Father Pierre's release.
Much obliged on that.
I'll leave Father Pierre to you, then. Thank you.
I must say, though, I am a bit concerned about these statues Count Maguire has Chester searching for. May we see the 2 you found thus far, Adol?
Adol produced the statues from his pack.
Interesting, and very unique.
So, the big critters were guarding these?
I sense an unusual power from within them. It's possible there may be a link between these statues and the recent monster appearances.
What?
How do you figure?
Well, this is pure conjecture on my part. But these 2 come from the quarry and the ruins, both of which seem to be hotbeds for monster activity as of late. And each was guarded by a large creature of unusual strength. Does that not strike you as more than mere coincidence?
You may be right. And if that's the case, we'd be especially foolish to let the Count get his hands on them. I think we should safeguard them until we know exactly what's happening. What's wrong, Dewey?
No, nothing. I just get the feeling I've seen these statues somewhere before.
What?
Come on, out with it, Dewey!
I'm thinking. It's not like this was just yesterday. It was down inside the old abandoned mine, if I recall correctly. There was a mural painted on the wall.
Abandoned mine?
It's an old, deep section of the Tigray Quarry that we exhausted long ago. Been closed off ever since. We found a really ornate mural painted on one of the walls there. Can't even imagine how old it was. But if memory serves, it depicted 4 statues that looked an awful lot like the ones we've got here.
Could there really be a connection?
Well, it certainly warrants an investigation.
All right! Hey, Adol, what say we split our efforts? I think I have an idea. I'll get my stuff together and return to the Elder Mountains while you head to the abandoned mine.
Ah, you intend to see Bearheart?
Yeah, the old master. He knows more about Felghana's legends and folklore than anyone else, so he can probably fill in some of the blanks. Plus, he might know something about Chester's situation. He was Chester's master too, after all. He might have some idea why that idiot's been acting like such a jackass.
I'll speak with Chester directly at the castle. He may be more likely to grant Father Pierre's release than Maguire. I'll also see if I can learn anything pertinent about the statues while I'm there.
Sounds like a plan. Hope you can talk your way through that thick skull of his. Adol, I'll catch you later. Good luck in the abandoned mine. Don't get yourself killed without me, you got it?
Well, like I said many times, at least I can retry.
If you have a chance, too, be sure to check in on Elena. I feel so bad for her. Poor kid. Let's make sure we get this all sorted out, for her sake.
All right, Adol. The entrance to the abandoned mine is next to the quarry storehouse, at the bottom of that first vertical shaft.
Yep, that's why we didn't check it out.
I'll go on ahead and get the door open, since the lock's kinda tricky. Get your stuff together and meet me there, okay?
Are you sure that's wise, Dewey? Monsters aside, remember the quarry's off limits right now. If McGuire's men catch you there...
It won't be a problem. I'll bring Paul and Ricardo for manpower, and we'll be in and out before anyone's the wiser. Got it, Adol? Don't keep us waiting. You know where we'll be, so hurry up.
Well, we got stuff to do in town first. Starting by talking to the mayor. Investigating the old mine as thoroughly as you'll need be no easy task. It's not much, but please take this and use it to temper your equipment. You'll need every advantage you can get. Oh, free 20 rabble, or I always enjoy. Be careful down there. Don't take unnecessary risks. And yes, right, we can still dash. Okay, I need to head to the inn and talk to Joel. Everything you say? You know, that island out in Sina Bay? There used to be a small village there a long time ago, but one day some kind of epidemic broke out, and that was the end of them. Isn't that just horrible? It really makes you think. You never know what tomorrow may bring.
Fine mess we've got here in Felghana, no? Chester's the big shocker for me. He's had a dignified air about him ever since he was a child. We always suspected that he might be the son of a nobleman or some such thing, but there's nothing noble about McGuire. Dogi, on the other hand, was a total mess as a child, and look at him now. Though I suppose I can't really compare since I know nothing at all about Chester's life before Redmont. The events of his distant past could hold the missing puzzle piece that gives valid context to all his actions. But then, what do I know? The more I think about it, the more I realize just how pointless it is to think about it.
Okay, well, he doesn't give you anything in this version. You know, try as I might, I just can't bring myself to believe all the rumors floating around about Chester. He and Elena first came here over 12 years ago. Mayor Edgar took them in, since they'd both lost both their parents. Since all they had was each other, more or less, Chester was always really good to Elena, always looked out for her. He was a clever young man and really knew his way around a sword, sometimes helped Edgar with his duties too. He once told me he was going to make this town great, just so he could shock the hell out of Dogi when he came back. We all believed Chester would make us proud someday. I keep hoping he'll change his mind about all this nonsense and come back home to Elena. I went through the castle and signed up for service, but there was a white knight there who turned me away at the gate. That little ponce had a hell of an attitude, thought he was the cat's meow or something. Smug bastard. And he wasn't the only one, no siree. Before he showed up, some other soldier boy kept trying to turn me away. Guess he couldn't handle me alone. Ha! I told both of them where they could go and what they could do there, and I left. I may not look it, but I actually worked as a mercenary in Garvey before I came here. You know, you seem like you've been around your fair share of the world too, am I right? You probably heard all manner of mercenary stories from all over Europe, man. There was this one guy, no matter how overwhelming the odds may have been, if he was with you, you won. Period. Here he calls this place his home, which is part of why I came. I keep an eye out for him, but no luck so far. His name is... hell, it's on the tip of my tongue. Berwick. Bert something. Bert, it's cold in here. What was I saying again? Well, we heard the name. Let's see. We need to talk to Antonio. He should be next to the mayor's house. Or no, he's in front of the church this time. Oh, some Revelor. Oh, you have it. Will you sell me 50 ounces of Revelor for 2,500 gold? Yep. All right, the deal's done. Here's your 2,500 gold. I can't believe you've gotten a hold of so much Revelor. With things as they are, you're really something else. If you get any more spare Revelor in the future, you know where I'll be. Next up, let's see, can you find me? How about 200 hunks of Revel? What do you say? Come on, they're going to bite my head off if I don't have enough Revelor by the sale date. And I mean that literally. Well, we got 34 for now, and we'll go ahead and save things up. What do you have to say, kids? Come on, Hugo, hurry up. Remember, you're the daddy, okay? Cute, aren't they? My job to take care of these here pickers, and I'm proud to say they've never once gotten sick of my watch. Take my job seriously, like an adult. Go ahead and check some equipment upgrades.
Welcome.
Let's see, we can afford both of these. So
That's the one. Thank you.
Definitely a good
That's
idea to do so.
Thank you.
the rest, we gotta do a bit of gold grinding for, but we'll get them eventually.
Don't be a stranger. Welcome.
See, I have not even touched any of these. Let's go and buy
That's
them
the
for...
one. Thank you. That's thank you.
for
Don't
the
be a
sake of having
stranger.
them. Even though I don't expect to use them anytime soon. Okay, so yeah, defense boost, quite nice. And I'm gonna upgrade my sword.
What do you got for me?
Let's see, 30. Yeah, I should
This
be
the
able
one?
to
Good to go.
make good use of this for the next little while.
Come again.
So, Chester's gone to work for the Count, has he? Guess I misjudged him. Never thought he'd just toss his sister aside like that, much less to serve as a lapdog for someone like McGuire. Guess all that really matters to him in the end is status and prestige. And Cynthia, what do you have to say? Since the monsters started showing up, hardly anyone ever comes here anymore. Foreign trade has all but ceased. And now that the quarry's shut down on top of it all, we can no longer mine for gravel ore, our primary export. With both supply and demand at a standstill, I fear it won't be long before we simply run out of merchandise to sell. Adonis seems totally oblivious to the danger we're in too. I wish he'd show some semblance of concern. And one more person to talk to in town who's necessary. I looked out my window and saw the miners leaving town a short while ago. The quarry's been closed, so I can't imagine where they were all going. I know the quarry's important to the town, but I just don't like it. I don't like the quarry. I don't like the people who work in it. Yeah, she has good reason to. Anyway, let's go ahead and leave town. Oh, Gardner, let's talk to you. Hey, Adol, heard you were headed into the dark depths of the old abandoned mine. You adventure types certainly are a crazy bunch. You just keep taking on one quest after another, helping anyone and everyone. Positively inspirational. Gonna be crazy down there, though, I bet. I mean, the quarry's monster infested to begin with, but the abandoned mine's been untouched by human hands for many, many years. Don't let your guard down. Long ago, the people of Felghana were strong believers in a religion known as Dio Anima. I don't know much about it, but the basic idea is that all things inanimate or otherwise have a spiritual presence. It sounds like a pretty interesting belief system, to be honest. I mean, it promotes respect for, well, everything. Nothing wrong with the church we got now, though, either. Our clergy are tops. Nicest people in the world. Still, makes you wonder what happened to all the followers of Dio Anima. What could cause an entire religion to die? Well, that's the only question we can ask. Let's go ahead and leave.
Adol, please wait!
Or try to leave.
Thank goodness I caught you. I wanted to apologize. For what Chester did, I mean. I know it's little comfort, but he's my brother, and I felt I should give you something as an apology on his behalf.
Wired Wing Talisman, which is our quick travel item, yeah!
It's a family heirloom of sorts. Adoptive family heirloom, anyway. Full of spiritual energy. Supposedly, if you envision one of the old travel monuments while stroking its feathers, you'll be sent right there. Think of it as a very useful good luck charm. As for me, I'll be alright. I've been contemplating all the horrible things my brother's been doing. And I know I should be angry with them, and I am, don't get me wrong. But no matter what, he's still my brother. I'll always love him just the same. He's the only true family I have. So, like I said, I'll be alright. I don't know if I got through to him or not. I just know that I want all this to stop. He's putting himself and everyone else in such danger. Oh, Adol, if you see my brother again on your travels, would you please tell him something for me? Don't go out of your way to find him, of course. I just mean, if you cross paths again.
Pretty much inevitable.
Tell him I said, thank you for the pendant.
Adol silently nodded his consent.
I appreciate it, Adol. Ugh, I'm such a mess. Crying doesn't help anything. You're headed to the abandoned mine, right? Please, be extra careful. For me, okay?
Hey, now we have music. What? Before it's time to head to the abandoned mine, it's actually side quest time. Go ahead and make use of this wing talisman right away. First up, Valestein Castle.